Marketing and advertising have become an essential element in business industry. It can be defined as a means of communication to deliver messages about a product or service offered by a company. They appear from various types of format ranging from text, audio, and videos. Promoting a product or brand is the main purpose of advertising to generate the audience's interest as well as convincing them in their purchasing power. Islam does not hinder us to be involved in advertising, but there are boundaries and Sharia principles that need to be complied with. It puts a great emphasis on ethics in the advertising field. Further on, we will be discussing on the comparison of Islamic and conventional advertising, ethical issues, and the solutions to overcome them.
So how different are Islamic advertising compared to conventional advertising?
Unlike conventional advertising, Islamic advertising follows a set of guidelines which is based on the Quran and Sunnah on how and what to advertise. Conventional advertising, on the other hand, is decided based on human satisfaction. In addition to that, conventional advertising mostly focuses on gaining profits without regard for ethics, whereas Islamic advertising takes into account the responsibility of others and not to only make money but also to benefit mankind. In terms of commercial morality, Islamic advertising differs from conventional advertising.
Conventional advertising encourages exaggeration in advertisement, nudities, and harmful items such as alcoholic drinks and cigarettes. In contrast, Islamic advertising emphasizes on promoting products with precise statements, transparency, and that is halal and tayyiban, which means allowed and permissible for consumption under Sharia law as long as they are safe and not harmful.
Nowadays, there are many business owners and promoters actually involved in unethical advertising such as misleading about products or giving false information to customers. When a business engages in false advertising, the consumers will perceive the business as untrustworthy. Consumers, both existing and potential new customers, will feel misled and will take their business elsewhere. Customers will no longer be loyal and the business will suffer as a result. The brand may also get a negative reputation, which means the future business prospects are reduced. Marketing things that are damaging to one's health, such as alcohol and cigarettes, is likewise illegal. Alcohol and tobacco are legal drugs and their harmful impact on people proved many years ago. So the advertisers use so-called lifestyle advertising, which connecting the use of tobacco and alcohol with good times, easy sex, and a lot of fun. The devastation caused by these two drugs throughout human history is difficult to quantify because it is so massive. People will continue to smoke and consume alcohol because experience has shown that prohibitions and restrictions are ineffective. The use of these two products will have a devastating influence on vulnerable children and teenagers that will damage their future.
As for the solution, although there is the Consumer Protection Act 1999 that makes false and misleading advertising a criminal offense, there is little to no company that has been prosecuted on this act. This is because the requirement for this act to be charged is too broad. What can be done is for the government to reform this law and prosecute firms that violate it. For example, on 21st February 2017, The Herbs Holdings has been charged 11,000 Malaysian ringgit for falsely claiming that their products, Jus Perawan and Air Mashu Gold, helps the body's immune system and helps blood circulation, which is false and has been charged under Food Act 1983 Section 17(1)(d). Another solution is for the government to assist in public education about how to recognize fraudulent, damaging, and overclaiming advertisements. As a result, the general public will no longer be fallen victim to these advertisements. To help attain this goal, schools can undertake a campaign or a curriculum. This will eventually deter companies from using unethical advertisements because few people will fall victim, causing them to begin advertising their products legitimately.
All in all, it is very significant for all businesses as well as the policymakers or legislators to enforce Islamic advertising principles as it is holistic, just and protects consumer rights. Most importantly, it complies with the Maqasid Sharia, which is to protect life, faith and wealth. The businesses will certainly benefit by gaining customers' trust and loyalties for being ethical in advertising their products or services. It is easy for Muslim business owners to get lost in the unethical practices that are deemed standard in advertising. Since a Muslim's goal is not just attaining success in this world, we must keep the ultimate success or falah in the hereafter in our consciousness at all times. The moral conduct in our daily lives, including advertising activities, is part of our devotion to Allah. It is a fulfillment of amanah and trust. Last but not least, Allah has said in Surah An-Nisa, verse 135, "O you who believe, be upholders of justice, witnesses for Allah, even though against the interests of yourselves or the parents and the kinsmen. One may be rich or poor. Allah is better caretaker of both. So do not follow desires, lest you should swerve. If you twist or avoid the evidence, then Allah is all aware of what you do." This verse explains that justice is meant for everyone, where in this context to be just in advertising, because Allah is always watching.